They made my name be disliked. They lied. They put up a wrong picture that we are wrong people, that our intentions are ill. At the beginning of their fame.
Oh, yes.
So, how do I end up continuing bringing in more headache? Yet even me myself at that time, I was an artist under the record company Gargamel. I am the director, but I was also an artist among the artists under Gargamel. I can tell you that the last one that made me cancel signing artists left 6 songs that had been recorded on an album of 12 and 3 videos that had been recorded. And that is Edith K. 3 videos that had been recorded on my personal company money. Because during that time, I'm not saying that I am attacking her. I forbid this, but I'm giving an example. During the times when I was planning to unleash her, because that woman is so talented by voice, she became pregnant the second time. The first time she became pregnant. Remember, you can't control that. So we said, okay, fine, this, put down, I love the baby, now let's go. Now we have a program, it is you coming in next. No sooner had we recorded the 6 songs and done 2 videos than I was told she's hiding because she's pregnant of a second child. How do you push a pregnant female artist? Remember, 9 months of pregnancy and another 2 years of weaning, breastfeeding.
Okay.
So now there are different challenges. Look at Swangs. You need to understand the challenges Swangs is facing. Definitely. Look at my friend. There's a friend of mine who was promoting these 2 artists, Catalina and Kando. I mean, this guy spent money. So do you want that guy to continue with another artist?
So look at why Kibenda. So in simple terms,
in simple terms, I would rather put that money in myself or in my daughter. And that's actually the reason that's why I got more courage to continue putting money in myself. Because my daughter, I'm still not fully well decided on when. I don't want her age now to be distracted, but I still want her to come in. If it is my daughter to give me a headache, it's okay. You may ask then, why not Alan? Alan is now a father. It's also difficult to deal with a father, a parent, a married man, because you can't I can't take him the way I would take Beata, who is still under my roof. That, okay, you're not going to dress like this, you're not going to go out, you're not going to do this. The other one is a big guy. You record, you do this, and then he goes and does things his way. Because there's a weakness of knowing this is my father.
Yeah, because Mabega Ka wali unabali bagamba, you know me, I'm a journalist because I always get different views from different people. So there are someone was also asking like, Bebe cool the money, take more, especially because I don't know how people see the money, but who are Bambagamba, send take album and get album jogging follow me, I break the chains. Why hasn't he invested that money into his son? Because when I went a balaba muyimbi, you understand? And Bamba mulabida in your image.
Kati, your answer. Nti, bwemba uokumu investing amu sente. Abali no kola exactly 100% what is required by a record company. And let me tell you something. Omuyimbi afuse omuzadde. Ye muntu asinga obuzibu okugamba nti ogenda akole ebintu nga bw'obimugamba 100%. Because it comes under a contract. A contract has rules and regulations. Toja sula wano, toja kola boti, toja kola gym, toja kogera boti, toja genda wano. No, you can't. Then lastly, in life, Katinga, my son, I asked him to stop singing reggae, but he loves reggae. You can see that all the music he does is reggae. So I know that the market does not take reggae music right now. So I can't invest in reggae. He had to, I can't spoon feed him. He had to work for himself to prove that he can get in the market. Then if he's in the market, then I can. Because I spoke to him, but his passion is the music he's doing. So that's okay.
Okay. But then we have seen some international figures trying to push their kids as well. You know, I'll give an example like Vibes Cartel right now is busy pushing up his sons.
Yeah, it is obviously right to do, but it's not an easy thing. It is within the right of a parent to push a son or a daughter, and it's within the children of that artist to follow what their father or mother does, because that's what they grown knowing. Chiringa cha General Muhoozi tayinza kufuuka mulimi, tayinza kufuuka fisherman. No, ayina kufuuka president kuba alabye akuze kitaawe ali president. Kakati kitaawe bw'aba omwana bw'amulaga nti nsobola okubeera president, then Museveni awo anaviirayo n'agamba nti kale kamupushi ng'abeere president, andaze nti ayagala ate asobola. You get it? Because there are two things. Waliwo okwagala n'okusobola. So nange Alan yalina kundaga nti ayagala n'okusobola. Kati okusobola kubaamu okukola exactly nze agenda okuteekamu ssente kyenkugamba. Nti ate tugenda kukola music ono, tugenda kukola bwati. Togenda kusula wano, ogenda kusula wano. Togenda kutambula kiro, togenda kunywa, togenda kukola bwoti, oba okitegeera. But then a time came when he is a father. And that's a limit where not even a career can surpass. Watch it again. Well, I'm audio. Simulated. Audio.
Okay. My very last question.
Last question.
It's about the album. So far you have two songs that are already out. That is Circumference and Motivation of the album. So by check of things, how do you see the reception of the album so far? Okay, the songs so far of the album.
Of course,
Like
okay, to me as me, I'm happy because from the time I released the first song to now, in the beginning, people didn't understand what it was. But now it seems the songs are growing on people and slowly they are understanding. But when the album comes out, the album needs to be given a year or two for people to understand the direction. I mean, we are talking about Ugandans. We are not talking about Nigerians or South Africans that they know the genre. No, they do know the genre. The genres we've been giving them chidandali, band music. So you don't expect them to understand it right away. So the ones who are to understand it are the young people who are streaming. But then the difference is the young people, I'm a bit older for them. It will take them time to bring me closer to them as their artists. That's why when it comes to that, there's a bridge between me and them. There's Joshua Baraka. You get it? So the dynamics are so many. But the way the reception is good. At the end of the day, people are bajerega just because bajerega Bebe. Nainga nabo bajuwe endongo mweri. Otegera. Ate nange mbera yo hasi. Yakoze yakuba Bebe Justi. Nainga endongo mweri ajeraga.
Neze Bebe basically ngojeko kino ekyokubeera munamawulire am also an MC ntera nnyo otambula in different places especially mu uptown ne mu downtown wona ntera beerayo, you understand. Naye based on those two songs amazima amatuufu Motivation atenze ndaba tetambudde bulungi nga Circumference based on how these DJs normally play the music and how people always chant.
Because you're used to music playing in clubs and discos. But this generational music, part of it is more of streaming. Kati n'okutambula, nacho kidependinga what is our plan, what are we doing. Era tolusuubira kutambula nnyo because there are two different types. So people schematics ziba zigenda kukulaga nti their choice is more of hard beats because this was a dancehall area, Uganda. So ebintu ebyokwanalizinga bingi nnyo because kati ogenda mu streams, which one has been streamed most of those two? If I may say, most likely motivation might be streamed more than motivation. Kati, now let me give you facts. Motivation has more streams than circumference, while you're hearing circumference playing in the places you go more than motivation. And the world has moved on into streaming. You get it?
Okay.
Yes. So you have to know that the dynamics are so different. And those dynamics are the ones ezijja okuleetera our artists to be related to the artists in West Africa and the rest of the world. If they learn how to manage those specific, which word would I use? When you go into the details of the streams, the analytics, to analyze the different numbers and what they mean. For example, in Africa, where are they listening to you most? Which cities are listening to you most? Which age, female or male? What time do they listen? What time do they stream? Maybe or not. Then using that information, that's when you get to know which is the right sound for you at that time and where you should push it. Which take it. Yes.
Okay. Kale ako Bebe neyanziza nnyo mukama wange naye maybe akatalekeka badnange kanu kekasembe bayimbi bangambe ngakubuuze wawo osinga okujja sente mu music oba politics.
Very, very good question. Extremely brilliant question. Kati nze wensinga okujja sente ezange bayitawo brand. I use music to make my brand Bebe Cool. So I go and use my brand Bebe Cool, a 170. I go and use my brand Bebe Cool, Muhema Water. Muhema Water stwala yo music. No, ntwala yo brand Bebe Cool. A 170 stwala yo music. No, nyingirango munene brand Bebe Cool. You get my understanding? Because worldwide music doesn't make money. It is on rare cases that you make money directly in music. The rich people like Jay-Z have made money using the brand Jay-Z to make businesses.
Okay. Yeah.
You get my understanding? So that means
artists.
That's why I encourage artists to work with government because they have made their brands. Those who have made the brands, they have to identify who has money. Then you go use your brand where money is, and soul from beginning of the world to the end of the world. The number one person with money in the world is called the ruling government because he call a budget. We call a budget neteka mu security, mu agriculture, mu kati gwe no kwata brand yo no jitwala mu ministry of agriculture no ganze njagala pushinga bintu bya agriculture. What contract can you give? You identify even what they can take. That is where I was
selling a brand.
Yes, using a brand. Otherwise mujja kusonda obusente obwo mujja kumala mwina amabanja nga ne bwe mwajja nabyo bizeeyo kuba teziwera. Promoter na yalwana teziwera sente. You have to use this. That's why I was telling you, instead of criticizing Bebe Cool ne musalamu obuntu obwekisiru, you young people who are on social media should now learn and listen and pick. Bwe busungu bwembeera nabo all the time. And that's why ngwade credit you asked a very, very important question. And that's what I expect from Bobby Wine. How do you make money? How has he made money? He has to go on his live and tell the young people how he has made money. Because he has made money.
It is through his
Use the
brand, Bobby
brand
Wine.
Bobby Wine to become a politician and makes money from government because government pays him, and he makes money from the white people because the white people, they even call him Bobby Wine. Those people who support him. A brand he made in Uganda. How did Jose Chameleon make money? He made money from the brand. Otherwise, Sensational people, promoters, they pay us very little money. It can't stay in the pocket. That is peanut money.
Naye Uncle Bebe, why is it okay? Oyogedeko kintu kya brand. Why is it that some big names in the industry abalina ne brand, why are they not making like money? Abamu basanga ngerinya wediri nayenga, trust me
It is the
that.
decision making. It is the it is the weakness in them, in their humanity. The weakness. They have not as yet accepted the reality that in reality we don't make money in music, but we must use our brands. For example, okay, if brand X, I'm not going to mention names, but if a female brand called X made a hospital, naguleta kanazimbako ekizimbe, naleta bulesa abasawo abavudde makerera abato n'abaganze ngenda bapangisa ekizimbe kino naye nja mukolemu eddwaliro nga baliyita brand X. I'll give you the direct example. My wife Zwena. We built that name nga tugera mbera njogera Zwena nga balowooza nsaaga n'abayimbi ne bamuyimbako, kumbe ffe twali tuzimba brand. Then the next thing, we opened up shops for cake. Kati agamaduka tegeetaga ku marketing, already go game marketing. Oluwandikawo ekigambo Zwena Cakes, omuntu aba amanyi. That is how to use the brand. Kati abo bagana bo bakyayagala kufuna zino ez'oku mulyango, ezo teziwera baganda bange, teziriyo, teziwera. N'Abamerika kyovola bafa bakaaba, bonna babayimbi, bonna ba Whitney baani. You guys, you have Google. Please go on Google, mugende ku Google and search and ask questions. You will get these questions very easily answered by reality. Nti abayimbi be mu America bano betubadde tuwaana bonna lwaki bagamba baavu? Kituufu baavu kye kisooka. Lwaki baavu ng'ate baali ku topu? Because them balinda buno obusente obuva ku mulyango babasasula ku show n'obuva ku music. Ezo si ze sente ba Jay-Z, ba PDD ze baakola. Bo bakozeseza brands zaabwe ne bagula basketball teams. Kati bagula basketball teams, wakola basketball game ne omulyango ne gusolooza $80 million nezigenda. Gwe anonojja to perform a gig of $300,000 oba $1 million. Nga Jay-Z yataddeyo $80 or to $150 million. Obo kitegeera. That's why recently omwala banga mbalaga omayinza sibakweka, because I want you to learn. Because I don't want you to focus on politics. I want you to focus on business. Now, Nagamanga Sandy, I work, I invest in some things until when I had to come and show you the quarry. Now, because of the business on the quarry, I can afford to invest $500,000 in the music. Otherwise, if I was waiting for Abitex or Kuntegeka, musajja watu yalizijewo ezo nakatwala akadola tasobola kamba. Abitex has never paid me 10 million shillings. Never. Kati video ezo zemwagala nali zikoze ntya. You understand the dynamics?
I understand
So
now.
abayimbi abo bogamba, it is just because one bo bagamba we bakola ne Museveni oba we bakola ne government mbu abantu bajja banyigira. There you go. Kale, thank you so much, Bebe. Ani? Babito. Ono foot soldier.
Wanji Uncle Bebe.
Foot soldier ogamba kitekako kamera.
Nze munaye.
Tekako.
Naye nga ne Bebe cool naye mwagala.
Asiganye era naye njagala otekeko kamera. Njagala otekeko kamera.
Uncle Bebe nansonyiwa account yange tenatuuka ku eyo level. like
video camera nawe ba video. Account
Uncle
tegina.
Bebe.
Kale kiri okay.
Uncle Bebe.
Yes.
Kasazemu ekya Uncle Bebe kuba mukulu wange akwagala nnyo. Era okuva obutalina kyanjigiriza okuyita Stop Rasta Bebe. Era mu sharing it. Uncle Bebe nze ngenda kwawukanako ku bateesa ababaddeko just mbadde nsaba oba kale mbadde essaala yange eri nti olina akayimba ke wakuba akago mama. Hello?
Audio we.
Uncle Bebe.
Simulira.
Uncle Bebe. Hello? Hello? Hello?